Welcome to the Third Eye Challenge video podcast. It's time to open your eye and look within with psychic divas Lyn and Clara Jo.
And hello, give me a second. I'm trying to get Laura back up here. Here we go. Trying to get Laura back up here. Right before we started to go on the air, she popped out. So we're waiting for her to pop back in. Here she comes. Here she comes. There we go. Now we can start the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Third Eye Challenge. I'm Clara Jo.
Hi there. I'm Lyn.
She's made it. Everything's good. The duo is here. All right. We've got some people out there. We can see you, but we don't know that you're here. So if you would be so kind is to just say hi. Let us know where you're from, any kind of a little conversation, because once you do that, it goes into the comments and then we can actually see who's there. So we would appreciate that little information and then we can communicate with you. It's all fun and games. And we have today combating negative energy. So that's going to be fun.
I think a lot of us have been ready for this tonight, just to clear it out. We're going to do a supercharge clean. We got a great moon tonight that we're going to be working with. I brought my rose quartz crystal.
Oh, beautiful one.
That's beautiful. That was courtesy. Yeah. Vibes Plus yesterday. I did a little event there and that's from Katie. Thank you. I love it. So anyhow, we're going to be working some energy tonight.
And it is the strawberry full moon. So what does that mean? Angel, we're going to have moon readings, right?
That's right. And also means we're going to be eating lots of strawberries, right?
I love strawberries.
Yeah.
Oh, we got people. Hello. We're just going to go through them here. As you come in, I'm going to pop them up. Laura can say hi.
Hello, Heather. Nice seeing you. Linda, my friend. Yes, perfect topic for full moon. Absolutely.
And I don't know if you've seen Tanya.
I didn't see Tanya.
Oh, hello. All right. And as you are coming in, here's some more. Let's say hello.
Hello, Suzanne.
Just keep putting yourself out there, letting us know that you're here, and we will have a wonderful time today with everyone. Man, I love coming in and seeing all the people that show up. This is great.
It's so much fun. And, I just love it that every week we seem to have some really very positive exchanges with everybody. And I always feel good afterwards. I feel rejuvenated. So I look forward to Monday nights because I never feel drained. I always feel more energy than I started with. And what a great way to start the week.
Absolutely. Now, I'm just letting you know, we are having a downpour here. And so sometimes I'm seeing that I'm a little pixelated. So hopefully we'll just combat that as well with that negative energy and get that out of the way because we'll just send it off.
Right. So as some of you know, we also been flooding here in northeastern Ohio. We're going to put our prayers out that, the flash flooding doesn't continue to happen and everybody's safe. Awesome. We had some tornadoes here, I guess, hit too. I heard some funnels. So not yesterday or day before. So it's been a little bit, the weather patterns have been a little bit disruptive, but we're going to just see what we can do to calm all that with today's topic.
Sounds good. Oh, hello from Akron. Awesome. Some people that are here normally every single week, and we thank you, and some new people, thank you as well. Okay. Lord, before we start, do you have any announcements? I don't have any announcements today, but do you have anything?
Let's see what I got here. I do have some announcements.
All right.
First of all, if anybody was at my event last night, thank you for being there. It was wonderful. We had, I think, 20 people at the medium with a message over in Ravenna Vibes Plus. This Tuesday, June 25th, I'm going to be over in Akron at my office. for the psychic circle, and we're going to be discussing how to tap in deeper. It's going to be like Third Eye Challenge gone wild. So we're going to talk about all kinds of wonderful ways to tap in. And then on Tuesday, July 9th, I'm going to be teaching how to read oracle cards. And that's going to be a fun evening. Everybody will get a reading that evening. And on Thursday, July 25th, I'm going to be in New York at Lilydale teaching about angels and auras. And that class learning is filling up, which is fantastic. And I'm so excited about the Alatangi Indian Caverns limo trip. So we're going to be leaving from Fairlawn, and we're going to be going over to Delaware, Ohio, which is close to Columbus, down into the caverns. We're going to be gem mining and tapping into spirit down in the caverns. There's all kinds of interesting spirits down there that I felt. I have a little video on about that experience. And then everybody will get a message while on that trip, and dinner, their food's included, the ticket, everything's included. It's going to be a wonderful day, a wonderful adventure, and anybody that's interested in Native American history will love this, or history in general would love this. But also, if you're interested in tapping into spirit, it's a wonderful opportunity for that.
Man, I wish I was in Ohio because I would be right there with you.
Oh, it's going to be fun. We'll have to do this trip together sometime.
So awesome. And when you were talking, I just happened to see Linda. She says, congrats on being part of iHeart.
Yay.
We're so excited about that.
See, I see the mug I have today as a thank you to iHeart. We love iHeart. Thank you.
Love it. And we have Nancy too. Hi. All right. So
hi, Nancy. Oh my gosh, I love seeing Nancy. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is such a cool thing to have friends here involved in our evenings. So let's start talking about how to release negative energy.
I'm ready.
So, I'm also, if anybody had any comments on anything that's going on, that they have any questions about something going on in your house, or has anything that around people or whatever, just throw the questions in there. We'll try to answer you as we go throughout the hour. About halfway in, we will start with the full moon readings then. Mm-hmm. So
a couple more people.
Hello. So what we are going to do, first of all, I think I'd like to share kind of how I do my, everyday ritual, I guess. It's every day I start with cocooning myself in this light energy, because I'm at so many different places that, I'm either at a function, or I'm doing a party, or I'm doing, readings for individuals, through the day. And so I meet with quite a lot of people, and many of the people are going through crisis and different situations, sometimes a lot of chaos. And, what I would do is I would, be tapping into everybody. It's funneling through me, channeling that energy through me. And while I do get tired and, drained, I choose not to also pick up, and that all that energy that they're, that's going on in the individual's life. So I find it very helpful to do this cocooning. When I started doing it, I started realizing how much less stuff was coming in to my own house, that I needed to do cleansings a lot less. I was attracting less, maybe other spirits that just kind of magnetically pull towards it. So that white light around cocooning, I know, would work for everybody, not just me, not just because I'm a psychic medium and do this as a full-time living. No, it's not just for that person. It's for everybody. Everybody can actually utilize that light. And Clara Jo has a different way that she processes it through, but it's essentially the same thing. Mm-hmm. We all visualize, maybe in different ways what works for you. But I think of it as just a cocoon from Archangel Michael. Okay. You can think of any source the God source, is one light. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, it's all the energy pools, universal energy. If you just think of that, just cocooning you, it is very powerful, and it's such a great way to also go to sleep at nighttime, reigniting that cocoon energy so that you can sleep well throughout the evening. So that's just one facet of it. Clara Jo, how do you kind of do your routine during the day?
That was interesting. Somebody was going to help us out today.
What happened there?
That was our friend who just was giving us a lengthy talk, apparently. When you said that, he was going to put his 2 cents in. Let me tell you what I do, okay? So what I do every morning is I actually I ground myself first. I always ground myself, and that's simply taking like an imaginary rope that's coming from the heavens, and it's coming straight down through me, and it goes all the way down to the ground, down into the earth, and I visualize it wrapping around a tree trunk. Or the roots of the tree down into the ground. Okay. So that keeps me grounded. So I don't get loopy, cause sometimes, when you have all this energy going on, kind of loopy. So that grounds me. And then the second thing that I do is then I do, it's kind of like wrapping around with Archangel Michael as well, this protection shield. So it's kind of like a little bubble that I put myself in. And once I have learned once you learn how to do it, it's basically, I just kind of go 1, 2, 3, and I know it's there. But, if you just kind of visualize that this big bubble is coming around you and it's going from head to toe and it's encircling you, but you can move. It's nothing hard. It's just a big bubble. Think of it like you're being in a big balloon almost where it stretches. And so I have it close to my body, and then I have another one farther out and another one farther out. So when I say 1, 2, 3, I'm putting all of those together in order so that I am fully protected. So I do that every morning very, very quickly. Once you start doing it and you can visualize it, done. Doesn't take long at all.
And what you'll notice is once you start doing this as a routine, you won't want to be without it. It's something that you're going to want to, you'll notice something's off or odd if you forgot. And it's just like Clara Jo said, it just takes a few seconds. It's not a lengthy project here. So, just connecting into that energy. So.
And just to let you know, if this is the first time you've been with us, sometimes we get little outbursts, from somebody who wants to put in their 2 cents. We don't know who it is. Well, maybe you do, Laura. I don't. But this person you will hear on our broadcast lately seems to be coming in at every broadcast. He definitely wants to say something. It's definitely a man's voice. This time it was very lengthy. So I'll have to go back and check and see what he actually said. But he definitely wanted to tell us about it.
I was having a hard time. I was thinking, I can't hear you, Clara Jo. And then but I couldn't hear what it was saying. I couldn't hear that side of it. So it's interesting. And you are pixelating right now. So you're having a little interference. I can feel it. So, one thing that we want to make sure is that everybody is safe. And this whole subject by itself is going to attract sometimes other energies. There is a spiritual warfare. Somebody's calling. I forgot obviously to turn my phone off. So anyhow, it is a spiritual warfare on a constant level when we're talking about light or when we're working with light, anybody. The more light you pull in, the more negative energy that's going to try to combat that. So when you're working on opening up your third eye, it is imperative to make sure to protect yourself. You don't want to align with some false energy. You definitely don't want to make your life more difficult or more chaotic. And a lot of that negative energy can pull that in just because it wants to complicate things and make you work a little bit harder. So now there's a lot of things that what you can do in your home to, and maybe some of you have heard about some of these ideas, but there are some things that you can do to assure that your home on a pretty constant level is safe, from darker energies. And one thing I love is to work with roses. The essence of the rose is very powerful. And I share this as much as I can because I really believe in it. I've seen how it can make a big difference. And it isn't hard to do at all. It's basically making rose water or rose essence water. It's just getting a rose, enjoying it for a couple of days, and then after a couple of days, pluck the petals, put it into a little spritzer bottle with spring water, with a cap full of lemon juice. And in about an hour, if it's a red rose, you'll see it's like this beautiful rosy pink color. You can spray that around the room. It's just it's heavenly, the smell, what comes from it, the aroma. But beyond that, you'll feel such a wonderful, fresh energy from that, because the rose does hold the highest frequency of all the plant kingdom. It is powerful. It will eradicate anything that's on a lower dense energy level. And if you have like a child that's frightened for whatever reason, having nightmares, that's a great way to mist around it. You can call it monster spray or rosy monster spray or something like that. Monsters never like the smell of roses, right? So, it's a great way to help, just assure that there really isn't something, around the child, messing with the child's sleep. But for any time, it's just if you had a big fight or if you're having a lot of stress at work, it's a nice way to lift the energy of the room or the atmosphere of the house. And then also the frankincense and myrrh are wonderful oils to also use. You can use a little drop and put it on a candle and light it up. It smells just very refreshing, very cleansing. You can put it on the doorway and put it like a heart or a cross over the doorways. It's just nice little, you can use salt and sage. There's hundreds of different remedies that you can do to release the negative energy. It's just believing in what you're using is key.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what I find too is a lot of people, I know I saw a couple little comments below, we're talking about people. I really believe this statement when I say that there are energy vampires. And it's just people who really suck the life right out of you. Those type of people, right? Those are the ones that when you get done talking to them, you just feel totally drained. You walk away and like, wow, the conversation only lasted 2 minutes, but it felt like 6 hours. Or you get off the phone and you're like, well, I need to take a nap. And sometimes most of the time people don't even know that they're doing that. Okay. They just need that energy. I truly believe that some people just need that energy and they gravitate to people that they know have it. Okay. So when they talk, you're exchanging energy all the time with everyone, because we're all made up of energy. So we're exchanging our energies. That's why when you get too close to somebody, you say, hey, you feel a little uncomfortable and you're in my space. That's the energy that you're feeling. Okay. Because they've connected that energy. And if they are too close to you into that energy space, then you start feeling uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, especially with very negative people that are very controlling, and this is the type of people that are really on the extreme level of being energy vampires. They're very controlling, very possessive. And the best way for you to combat those type of people is to keep the conversation short and sweet. Keep it quick. Get out of there. Don't look them in the eye, because guess what? Eyes are the centers to the soul. So if you're looking them straight in the eye, believe it or not, they can actually suck some of that energy right out of you through your eyes. So you don't want that. You don't want to look them straight in the eyes, and take people with you. So if you have to be with that type of person, there is a comfort in having people around you. That'll also make them feel more uncomfortable. They'll try to pull you away from the group so they could have control. But having those people around you, then they're less likely to be able to be controlling and to kind of suck out your energy and make you tired or make you upset or in any way. So keep those information just in the back of your mind, so that if you have those type of people around you, you know how to combat that as well.
That is such a great point about the not looking in the eye, and that the energy, because like you said, the eyes is the center of the soul. It's the window to the soul, and it's something I do forget about. And you're absolutely right. I do have a tendency of looking right at people, because I read people through the eyes so easily, and it's just something that's inherently me. But you're right. You get zapped when that happens. You're absolutely right. Now. We do have one question here that I find very interesting, and I think that Candace Gass Dawson wrote, "How to deal with hubby's PTSD while awakening." While he's awakening, he's a medium, apparently awakening that process. And Candace, is when you are awakening anybody, they're going to be a lot more. Sometimes you're going to be a little bit moody. Sometimes. You're going to be maybe very tired. You can go through a lot of different feelings, emotions, because you're not sure if the emotions are yourself or if it's something that you process through somebody else, and it's hard to tell the difference. So it can kind of cause a person to appear a little bit, let's say, bipolar or erratic. It can cause it to appear that a person has a lot of different, this volatile state sometimes. So with when a person who has, especially with PTSD or any mental health conditions, or vulnerable for whatever reason, an emotional state, it is really important to take it very slow, first of all. Okay. A lot of the people who are extremely emotional already are natural mediums. And I suspect that's probably what's happening here, is that your husband is probably already a natural medium. He's just learning how to use that process at a little bit deeper level. But one thing I really enjoy and I utilize a lot is Solomon seals. It's something you can purchase online. I think we need to start carrying them at our shop so they're readily available for our people. So, but the Solomon seals are a beautiful pendant. There's a lot of different kinds that you can choose. You can look at them. They're all basically to eradicate negative energy, but they're also very grounding. They help a person feel strong, courageous, and centered. So I really suggest looking into the Solomon seals. I believe you can get them on Amazon. I know you can get them on eBay. We'll look through the seals too and purchase some for our shop.
For our shop, and we'll get it up there. And if you haven't seen our shop yet, thirdeyechallenge.store, you can go there and pick up all the stuff that we talk about. Now, I saw somebody that said that Jackie says, I work with energy vampires. It's hard, but I use crystals for protection. Absolutely. And you're so right. I never looked them in the eye. You make perfect sense. Thank you. Yes. When you're dealing with a person like that, like I said, most of the time they don't know that they are pulling the energy away from you. But then there's the ones that know what they're doing, and those are the ones you really have to look out for, because they're the dangerous one, because they know exactly what they're doing.
Oh, right. They'll make a beeline and come over and give you a big hug, and they know what they're doing exactly. So another thing that is really helpful when you're like in a situation at work, there's a mantra that I was given years ago that is pretty powerful for this. It basically is this, and the words are, praying for the highest, greatest good, highest, greatest light, highest, greatest love. When you say that 3 times, it can really help the energy in the room elevate, and it seems to help. Like, you can say it in your mind and put it out to the room, project that energy, and it can help, like, if there's a lot of tension in the office area. It's pretty remarkable.
Candace, just wanted to let you know, I got you. I know that you're in the group and that you were the one that you were saying that you were the medium, not the husband. So
okay.
So we got it. Thank you for your clarification. Awesome.
Got it. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it was reading. I was a little confused there, but nonetheless, that's always what I would work with, is the Solomon seal.
All right. Corey, hello. Nice to see you.
So one other thing that, what I really want to say about negative energy is the more that we focus on negative energy, the more negative energy is going to come. It's like what you think about is what's going to be around you. And I did notice that when I stopped focusing on releasing the negative energy, instead I started thinking about bringing the positive energy. I noticed that right there brought a shift too.
Absolutely. I think that's where a lot of people miss it. Because when you say something that you don't want to happen, you're actually asking for it. So it's the way you want to keep all your statements very positive. So if you can remember not to put what you don't want in the sentence, find another word, something positive that will combat that, and you'll be okay. A lot of people forget to do that.
So, Karen, I'm trying to read your... Hi, Joy. Thanks for being here tonight. I'm trying to read your thing, and it keeps on skipping away.
What are you looking for?
Okay, so Karen wrote something about an angry man, but it keeps on popping up. I can't see the comment. It's like it's jumping all around. Her angry man is not letting me read the comment. Can you find that? Because I wanted to see what we could do to help. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties.
And it was for who?
It was a comment. Okay, I just got it. I have a large angry man in my basement. There it is.
Okay.
But he won't come upstairs. There's also a little girl that is with him that is sad and cries, and I'm afraid of him. And she goes to my grandson's bedroom sometimes. Karen, the thing is about that is we have authority in our own home. That angry man doesn't belong there. Okay. And, I think tonight we need to really focus on that deeply, because your own house should not be inundated with anybody at all. It should be filled with loving people that is only your family, and your soul family can also be there too. Your collective soul family, your loved ones, spirit guides, and angels. But beyond that, a friendly spirit that came with the house, that's fine. But if somebody that scares you, that sounds like that man's trapping that little girl too.
But I thought.
So I thought, right now we can do some work with that to clear that space. Clara Jo and I can do something right now. But if everybody could focus on Karen's angry man releasing, just put that conscious energy. And I'm going to take a sip here before I...
Also, too, I would that we think of, because we want to get the angry man out of there. We want the little girl to be released, right? So one of my suggestions is to think of like a tornado, where the angry man is getting trapped in the tornado and taking out of the house. But the little girl will end up staying there, and then you can either have her move on or do something else. That always seems to work for me. Have you ever tried that one?
No, I really believe strongly that the angels help us assist with these matters. And I never really focus on like energy, or I don't use visionary means to help eradicate like a spirit energy per se. When it has to do with an individual spirit, maybe I don't know. I never thought about doing it that way.
We have different opinions, but we still get the same results. So if you want to do it your way, we can do it your way. It's not a problem.
Right. But what I mean, I really feel strongly that if you work with Archangel Michael, and other angels such as Gabriel and Ariel is really great to work with. There's so much strength there that they can help alleviate that issue. And prayer, the power of prayer. I feel that when you go into your spirit, into the spirit that is your source of that unconditional love, they're not going to want to mess with that. You do have authority, so you demand, and, you do in the name of your God, your source of light. And, with that, we can do a prayer that can help with anybody's, through this whole, everybody that's watching, if there is a negative energy. But, it's something that needs continuous help. If the man came back, you step it up a little bit and use perhaps sage and Palo Santo and different oils, burning cedar and sweetgrass is really helpful. Utilizing salt. Salt is great to help release this type of entity. There's a lot we can do. Now, how long has he been there, Karen? This really is bothering me that he's been there in that house. Has he been there the whole time you lived there? Or if you can answer that, I'd really like to know how, stuck he is in your place.
We'll give her.
Let's see what else. Her computer shut down.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure she's probably rebooting it right now.
Okay, she said, "I'm sorry, my computer just shut down. I think he might have heard me and didn't want to hear your answers." Oh boy, I hope she heard it.
Okay. Okay. Looks like she's back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So anyhow, if anybody's has these issues, one thing on a local level, I do come out and do house cleansings. Clara Jo, I'm not sure. Do you do cleansings in Florida?
Houses, no.
Okay. So it is something I can do if it comes to it. But first of all, just use the power of prayer. The ABCs: awareness, belief, and courage. Remember that the authority comes from you, and it comes that man does not have authority to be in your home. And it comes from the light source. You can utilize that light source to release that energy so it's locked out.
Karen says he's been there for about a year or so.
Okay. So, yeah, it bothers me because your grandson, who is so sensitive, he's also very young. So he is vulnerable. He might think that he's not vulnerable, but he is vulnerable. We are all vulnerable. I mean, every bit. I had a psychic attack about 8 years ago, and I've been doing this forever. Said if I could get a psychic attack, anybody can get a psychic attack.
Yeah, and I had one recently. And I had one recently that you helped me with.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. So, yeah, he's very young. We don't want him to be zapped by that old man, that meanie. So, go down there if you can, or at the top of the steps. You shout out to him that he doesn't belong there. You pray in the name of your God source, and you tell him that he is not allowed to be there from that moment on, and that the angels are carrying him away. And, with that little girl, pray for her soul that she finds her mom and dad, her loved ones. They'll meet her at the gateway to help with soul release. It's, so they call it spirit, I'm sorry, I'm getting a brain block right now, but basically it's helping the spirit find their peace, find their light. And that light is within her. She just doesn't, she's not aware of it right now because he's trapping her.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Spirit rescue, that's what it's called, spirit rescue. So basically just helping her find her peace after you get him to release out of there. So, okay. So yes, she said she's been praying to Archangel Michael. Remember, there's also other sources to pray to, and the angels are helpers. There's many sources to pray to. The prayer is very powerful, and just think of prayer as a universal language. We're not getting all religious on you. It's okay. We all have our different paths. We all have different paths, and we value that. And we would never want to try to talk you into one path over another one. It's what's comfortable for you. But in the essence of that language, that conscious communication with spirit is so powerful. There's miracles that happens with it.
And I usually think that is prayer is a form of meditation, and a meditation with intention. So you're putting that force together. So that's another way to look at it.
Right. Meditation is another powerful way to release negative energy too. So we talked about the frequencies a little bit. We brought up about the rose, but there's sound frequencies that you can get on YouTube. Yep. And I think that we're going to be making some. This came to me during a meditation that we're going to actually put some on our site. So some that we're going to be creating with really powerful mantras with it to help release negative energy. So I haven't talked to Clara Jo about that, but that was something that came through when I was thinking about this subject before my meditation. It just kind of dropped in there. And so we'll have some MP3s available that you can listen to at any time. It's free. It will be free. And it's basically frequencies that will pull the light in and release anything that isn't serving you.
That's beautiful. Love it. Done.
So good. So yes. So I think that we talked about the prayers to Karen. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and say, I'm going to just start the prayer. And if everybody could just kind of push their energy towards Karen and just think about guarding her house, guarding her space, and guarding her children, her grandchildren. And we're just saying, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides, angels, loved ones, all those that are of the highest spirit that's in that home. We're just asking to make a big cocoon of light around the home. And at this point, asking Archangel Michael to go to the man that is making a disturbance, to go to the man and to carry him away, to carry him free, to help him find his peace, to help him find his way of light. That light is within us. We all have this light. It's all that beautiful starlight that the Creator created, and we have it within us, just helping remind him that he has it in him too, so he can find his peace. And then we're going to touch the little girl that's in the cellar and just let her know that she's okay, that she's safe. We're going to say that to the little girl that she's beautiful and that there's a beautiful grandmother and grandfather waiting for her, perhaps her parents, to have an Ariel, the angel, to help the little child to that space to find her peace and to find her parents. And I'm feeling that that's actually already happening. So
yeah, I was just visualizing something. Yes.
So Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Michael. Karen, I think there's a shift that happened in your home right now. I'm feeling a lot of light right now. Mm-hmm. That little girl, I felt her little smile, like a shoo, like an energy. It was beautiful. Just for a fleeting moment, I felt that smile.
Nice. See, we do all kinds of things here to help We want to help you too. Got some more information or questions? Let us know and let us see what we can do.
We got about 20 minutes. This is going quick. So if anybody wants to send in their questions, Clara Jo and I both have our cards.
Yes, we do.
And our crystals. And we are ready to do some strawberry moon readings.
And we, if you would be so kind as to sprinkle us, how do I want to say that? Sprinkle information about us on your site. We can't, Facebook has certain things that we cannot say anymore. So we're using the word sprinkle. That's the code word. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Are you seeing these comments? They felt it. They're
wonderful.
Oh my gosh. Corey said she saw a little teddy bear in her hand, almost like it's like newfound comfort. That is so beautiful.
Good.
Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Oh my. So it seems like it's getting stronger and stronger, her essence. That little girl's is adorable.
I don't know if you got the same picture, but she was what I got was a very young child with pigtails, and she had brown hair or dark hair.
I got the dark hair.
Huh?
I got the dark hair.
The dark hair, but I saw the little pigtails on her head, and she was like you said, she had a beautiful smile on her face. But that's what I got.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Now, Corey says, please, if there's anything for me, I think she's leaving her job and going for a new one to continue her spiritual path, leaving her current job to the spiritual path. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, Corey. And I picked the card Faith. What a great card. So they're saying have the faith. You're being led the right way, honey. This is a journey to really move forward, and you're going to do wonderful. I'm really happy for you, and I'm happy for those that you'll be touching on your spiritual path.
Right, and I got the love card, and do you see the dove? See that? Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, yeah, wonderful. Being at peace with
all very, very, very positive. Good for you.
Being at peace with that decision is essential.
I thank you so much for sprinkling. We need a question, just not a general one. Be a little bit more specific on what you want, and then we'll help you. Okay.
Oh my goodness, Tiffany Ham is asking you if you ever been to the Victory of Light Expo in Sharonville. She said, if so, you gave her a reading.
No, nope, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
No.
Thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. That makes me feel wonderful. I love it. So now, Mary Jane, I will be traveling with my mother so that she can reunite with my cousins. Will this be a loving and successful trip? I love it. Going to Baltimore. I will look, Mary, and thank you for being here. Mary actually is she's my helper when I do events over at Block 7 Barberton. She's so helpful. I love her. That's interesting. We got the partnership card, Ozzy. And so basically this means that you're actually all going to be working well together during that trip, that you're going to all be mature adults and handle it for each other.
Right. So. I've got a big round circle, which always tells me that that's a yes. Because my pendulum, when it's a yes, it goes in circles. And when it's no, it goes side to side.
Okay. So Becky is asking, is there a way to lose weight with energy? Okay. So what happens for a lot of us energy workers through ascension is that you get really, really hungry. A lot of times because we get really, really drained, we fill it up with food. Now, I did lose 22 pounds so far. So I'm doing it through, I'm using some shakes and trying to just eat a little bit better, and I'm getting a little more exercise. But I have been at nighttime experimenting with something, and I'll give you my little secret. And I did just lose 2 more pounds recently. So it's 22 pounds. But it came off kind of quick at first, and then it kind of plateaued, and now it's starting to drop again. But I have been using it. I've been asking Raphael to touch the green ray of light and to show me and to purge anything that doesn't work in my system energetically, to purge it out during night when I'm sleeping. So a lot of what I do at nighttime is basically ritually just getting clearing the, putting the white energy around me. And then I'm asking Archangel Raphael now to just, with this ray of light, and just thinking at nighttime when we're healing, this is maybe a nice time to purge that energy. Maybe, and I don't know. It seems like something did happen. Something shifted because I did also start losing weight again. So maybe it's working, or maybe it's just because I've been kind of hanging, staying with it a little bit, trying to get past that plateau. But we'll, try the green ray, see if it works. Let us know. I'm going to continue using it because something's working. So
it's definitely lifting, giving you positive vibes and keeping yourself aware. So that's definitely helping too, because when we have something, if we have something positive, just like we see positive results, that keeps us going. So I think that energy, that positive energy, just keeps us going too. So that's awesome. I just read something. I'm sorry, I lost it. I was gonna.
Yeah. So okay. So it looks like Mary's going to try the green Raphael energy purge too. Okay, girls, let's do this. Let's report next week. Let's try it every night. Just releasing everything. So I'll go through it a little bit deeper how I do it. So I just kind of threw it out there. So I told you about the white energy. But so what I've been doing is focusing on a ball of like a orb, and Raphael's orb of light just kind of floating over here, over my crown. And then I just let it kind of pop right into the crown of my head. And then it goes to my third eye, and then goes to my throat chakra, and drifts down to my heart, my solar plexus and sacral, and all the way to the root. And I'm just asking it just to kind of wash through the cells and release, any toxicities. And so I'm going to continue to do it now that, we talked about it. And I really would love a report back to see if anybody else, maybe tonight, maybe weigh yourself tonight, and then weigh yourself again, in a week, and see.
Okay.
Before the show.
I'm going to do that.
So, let's just do this. So we're doing the third eye green ray challenge.
All right, here's the one that I read that I wanted to talk about. Anna said, been at this new job for 4 weeks, thought I was really belonged here, but all of a sudden I'm picking up bad vibes. I'm feeling really depressed and frustrated. Do I belong here? Well, I have to, I feel that you are. And what I got immediately is a lot of negative chatter up here. So in your head, I'm getting a lot of negative chatter, and I don't know where that's coming from, of why you feel that way. But I really believe that you're okay, and you just need to find a way to stop that negative chatter. In other words, when it starts, you say no, and then you put something else positive in its place. Because I really believe, in fact, I picked up an ecstasy card, meaning that it's good for you. This is a good place. I just think that you're thinking about something wrong. Maybe you heard something and it's not the right information, and you took it the wrong way, or something like that, and it's giving you negative chatter.
That could be. It could be somebody else is going through something pretty severe in there, and you're picking up on their energy. I think I'm saying the same thing that Clara Jo just said. Basically, I think it's from somebody else, and that's not on you. I don't feel like it's about you. I think it's somebody else is going through some pretty severe stuff. I did pick a card, and I got the protection card. So they're saying, utilize what we've been talking about today. Cocoon yourself in that light, and then, give it in a couple months. See, now if it gets to a point where it's really draining and you're just like, enough is enough. Well, I don't feel that you're in the wrong place. I feel like you're in the right place. So, okay. And somebody's confused on what sprinkling is, Clara Jo.
Okay. All right. So Facebook, just to let you know, everybody would say, let us know about your show. And if you would put like a comment or something like that on their page, then I would do something for you. Facebook said they didn't like using those certain terms. And so they kind of said, if you say it, we're going to knock you off the air. We're going to stop showing your videos. We're going to stop everything because we don't like how this sounds. I don't know. It's Facebook, right? So we came up with sprinkling. So if you would sprinkle and talk about our show that way and let people know that we're here, then we would go ahead and do our reading for you. So it's kind of a little wordplay. That's all.
Becky Alt, spread the word or sprinkle the information. Yep.
You
got it. Yep.
Thank you.
About the third eye challenge. Yep.
That's right.
All right. So Tina Shamrock wrote, am I on the right path? Now, there's a lot of paths that we're on. Are we talking about work? Are we talking about relationship? Or in totality, are you? I'm going to pick a card. It's a little bit broad, but I do have the hope card. Now, that doesn't mean I hope you're on the right path. So this is Fanny L. And I look at hope as honoring one's pure evolution. So they're saying you're, which is always the right path. You're growing, you're learning.
And I got the justice card. So, what I'm getting out of that is that you're doing what you are supposed to be doing. So I don't think you have any problem. I think you're on the right path.
It feels pretty good to me.
Yep.
That's good. So let's see other people's questions here. Like I said, I'm having some hard times with the comments. It keeps on popping off.
Let's see, anything. All right, here's Amanda. She says, negative vibes seem abundant and never ending, no matter how I tried with positive. Stress from home and work leaves heavy feelings and makes it hard to breathe. Is there relief? Well, guess what? I think we should just help her out right now. And that way, then we can help everybody else as well. What do you think, Laura?
I think it's great. You want to go ahead and start? We're
going to do some positive energy. I'm going to bring out some positive energy for everyone. Okay. I want you guys to just visualize, and we're going to bring up and get rid of a bunch of negative stuff right now. Okay. So I want you to picture that all your problems are kind of floating around over here. Okay. Right in front of your head. And while I'm meditating and bringing that energy to you, I want you to visualize yourself kind of moving that stuff away from you. Okay. So that's all I want you to do while I'm sending you this positive energy right now. So just think about all that negativity that is around you, and you are just moving it away with your hands. That's how easy it is going to be. All that positive energy is coming to you now, coming from the universe. It doesn't come from me. Okay. I'm just the kind of go-between. So the energy that is in the universe, the energy that is all around us, the energy that is part of us is coming down through you, coming down through the top of your head. And it's going down your body, down your torso, down your legs, down to the tips of your toes. And it's encircling your whole body. And you feel warm and tingly. And it just uplifts you and makes you feel energized. And there's no way any negative energy is going to stay in there with all that positive energy that's floating inside of you. And if you feel it, it's coming back up from your toes. It's going back up through your torso, back through your neck, through your head, and you just feel it like a shower coming over top of you. It's like you're a fountain of positive energy flowing all over your body. And it's encircling you in a beautiful, positive cocoon. I wish that for everyone today. There you go. I hope that helps.
Beautiful. So I love the energy when Clara Jo works with moving energy or is playful feeling. It feels wonderful. It's uplifting. It puts a smile on me. And thank you, Clara Jo, for that. That was beautiful.
Awesome.
That was fun.
Believe it or not, it is 7:57 already.
I know. I think we have a couple minutes for just
Okay.
listen here. So my goodness, John and Mindy looks like Mindy wants to do a whole complete career change. Wow. Okay. That's big.
That's John, right? Yeah.
Is it John?
Yeah, John. He says, I want to do a complete career change. Is this a right move? I'm going to ask you one question. How does it feel in your gut? When you say that you are going to do this, how does that feel? Do you feel excited? Does it energize you? Or does it make you feel ucky? That's going to be your main thing inside your body. Your body is telling you it's okay or it's not okay. So start with that. And then we're going to also do you have anything for him?
I think it's Mindy, actually. I feel like it's okay. So anyhow, I'm getting a lot of harmony with that for the future. And I feel really good that the decisions that's being made is going to be something that's very going to be like a place that you're feeling like you're finally on. You're in charge of your life. It's going to be very empowering. So I'm really I say let's continue to move in with that idea and trust in yourself that you're making a great decision for yourself.
And you know what I found interesting is I picked the love card and I thought, that doesn't make sense. And I popped it back in my deck and I started to shuffle and it came back up. So that card is definitely for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I believe with the dove and the love, it's going to be good for you.
Absolutely. So should we do the last power prayer before we close out for tonight for everybody? All right. I'm just going to say thank you for everybody for being here tonight and joining us on the Strawberry Moon. And thank you, Spirit, for helping us and guiding us. Thank you for the beautiful words that Clara Jo brought through with the energy clearing. We're going to ask that everybody is touched with this beautiful light and that they're abundantly brought forward with a place of peace, happiness, and harmony. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. Thank you, loved ones.
Thank you to everyone. And we will see you next week. Same place, same time. Can't wait to answer your questions and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.